The year is 1917. The world is embroiled in the chaos of World War I, a conflict that has reshaped borders and altered the destinies of nations. Amidst this global turmoil, Egypt stands as a land of contrasts, a place where ancient traditions and modern influences collide. The Great War casts a long shadow over the world. The trenches of Europe are filled with soldiers from various nations fighting a war that seems to have no end. The impact of this conflict reaches far beyond the battlefields, affecting countries and colonies around the globe. Egypt, nominally under the Ottoman Empire, is a protectorate of Great Britain. This arrangement places the country in a unique position, caught between the declining Ottoman rule and the expanding influence of the British Empire. The streets of Cairo and Alexandria are lined with colonial buildings, symbols of British authority and control. The country is a melting pot of cultures, a place where East meets West. In the bustling markets of Cairo, one can find merchants selling spices and textiles alongside shops offering the latest European fashions. The people of Egypt navigate a complex social landscape where traditional customs coexist with Western innovations. Britons, Frenchmen, Greeks and Egyptians live side by side, but not always in harmony. The diverse communities bring their own customs, languages and ways of life, creating a vibrant yet often tense atmosphere. Social interactions are marked by both cooperation and conflict, as different groups vie for influence and resources. A system of capitulations grants foreigners, particularly Europeans, special privileges and exemptions from local laws. These legal agreements, established during the Ottoman era, continue to shape the social and political landscape of Egypt. Foreigners enjoy a level of autonomy and protection that is not afforded to the local population. This legal anomaly creates a two-tiered justice system. In the courtrooms of Egypt, the law is applied differently depending on one's nationality. Foreigners are often tried under their own legal systems, while Egyptians face the full weight of local laws. This disparity fosters resentment and a sense of injustice among the local population. Mixed courts, staffed by both Egyptian and foreign judges, are established to handle cases involving foreigners. These courts are meant to bridge the gap between different legal systems, but they often end up reinforcing the divisions they were designed to overcome. The presence of foreign judges is a constant reminder of the unequal power dynamics at play. These courts operate under a complex web of laws and procedures, often favoring the privileged few. The legal landscape is a labyrinth of regulations and exceptions, where those with the right connections and resources can navigate the system to their advantage. For the average Egyptian, justice remains an elusive ideal. In this tumultuous environment, a shocking crime takes place in the cosmopolitan city of Alexandria. The city, known for its diverse population and vibrant culture, becomes the backdrop for a mystery that will captivate the nation. As the story unfolds, the complexities of Egyptian society in 1917 come to the forefront, revealing the intricate interplay of power, privilege, and justice. The victim is Monsieur Pierre Beaumont, a wealthy French businessman. His lifeless body is discovered in his luxurious apartment overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. The doors were bolted from the inside, the windows firmly shut. There are no signs of forced entry, no obvious traces of a struggle. The local police are baffled. They call upon the expertise of Dr. Sidney Smith, a renowned British physician and forensic expert working in Egypt. Dr. Smith arrives at the scene accompanied by his French counterpart, Dr. Dubois. Together, they begin their investigation into this perplexing murder. The apartment is opulent, a testament to Monsieur Beaumont's wealth and refined taste. Expensive Persian rugs adorn the polished wooden floors. Silk drapes frame the windows, offering a panoramic view of the azure sea. But amidst this luxury, death casts a pall. Dr. Smith meticulously surveys the scene. He examines the body, noting the position, the pallor of the skin, and the absence of any visible wounds. The room itself yields few clues. There is no sign of a struggle, no overturned furniture or scattered belongings. The murder weapon is nowhere to be found. The only unusual detail is a faint, sweet aroma lingering in the air. Section 4. Unraveling the clues, the forensic examination. In the early 20th century, forensic science was still in its infancy, yet it played a crucial role in solving some of the most perplexing cases. This chapter delves into the meticulous process of forensic examination, shedding light on how even the smallest details can unravel the most complex mysteries. Dr. Smith's keen eyes miss nothing. With years of experience and an unwavering dedication to his craft, he approaches each piece of evidence with a methodical precision. His reputation as one of the finest forensic scientists of his time is well earned, and his colleagues often marvel at his ability to see what others cannot. He notices a small discolored mark on Monsieur Beaumont's neck, almost invisible to the untrained eye. This mark, though seemingly insignificant, could hold the key to understanding the circumstances surrounding the victim's death. Dr. Smith knows that every detail, no matter how minute, must be thoroughly examined. Carefully, he swabs the area and collects samples for analysis. Each sample is meticulously labeled and stored, ensuring that no contamination occurs. The process is painstaking, but Dr. Smith understands that accuracy is paramount in forensic science. He examines the victim's fingernails, finding traces of skin and fabric. These traces are crucial, as they can provide insights into the victim's final moments. The presence of foreign material under the nails suggests a struggle, indicating that the victim may have fought back against their assailant. He also collects samples of the sweet-smelling substance in the air. The scent is faint but unmistakable, and Dr. Smith knows that identifying it could be vital to the investigation. Air samples are often overlooked, but they can reveal a wealth of information about the environment in which a crime occurred. Back in his laboratory, Dr. Smith analyzes the evidence. The lab is filled with an array of sophisticated tools and instruments, each designed to uncover the hidden truths within the samples. Dr. Smith works tirelessly, knowing that the answers he seeks are within reach. The discolored mark on the victim's neck is identified as a puncture wound, most likely inflicted by a needle. This discovery is significant, as it suggests that the victim may have been injected with a substance. Dr. Smith's mind races with possibilities, each one more chilling than the last. The skin and fabric under the fingernails belong to the victim's Egyptian servant Mahmoud. This revelation adds a new layer of complexity to the case. Mahmoud's involvement must be carefully examined, as it could provide crucial insights into the motive and method behind the crime. The sweet aroma is determined to be chloroform, a powerful anesthetic. This finding is a breakthrough, as it suggests that the victim was rendered unconscious before the fatal injection. Dr. Smith now has a clearer picture of the events leading up to Monsieur Beaumont's death, but many questions remain unanswered. The forensic examination continues, each new discovery bringing him one step closer to the truth. Section 5, Shadows of Suspicion, the police investigation. The police investigation focuses on those closest to the victim. Monsieur Beaumont's business associates are questioned, their alibis scrutinized. His social circle, a mix of wealthy Europeans and ambitious Egyptians, is also investigated. Rumors swirl about gambling debts, love affairs, and bitter rivalries. Mahmoud, the servant, becomes a prime suspect. His presence at the scene, the scratches on his arms, and the missing key to the apartment all point to his involvement. However, Mahmoud vehemently proclaims his innocence, claiming he was framed. He insists that the scratches are from tending to the garden, not from a struggle with his master. Section 6, the servant's confession unmasking the culprit. In the heart of Cairo during the early 20th century, the bustling streets and the quiet corners of the city held many secrets. The investigation into Monsieur Beaumont's mysterious death had reached a critical juncture. The investigation takes a dramatic turn when Mahmoud, a humble servant, overcome with guilt and fear, confesses to the crime. His confession is filled with tears and regret, painting a vivid picture of the events that led to the tragic night. Mahmoud reveals that he was approached by one of Monsieur Beaumont's business rivals, a ruthless Greek tycoon named Stavros Demetrius. Demetrius was known for his cutthroat business tactics and had a reputation for eliminating anyone who stood in his way. Demetrius offered Mahmoud a substantial sum of money to help him get rid of his competitor. The amount was more than Mahmoud could ever dream of earning in his lifetime, a sum that promised to lift him out of poverty and provide a better future for his family. Mahmoud, blinded by greed and desperate to escape the clutches of poverty, agreed to the plan. He was torn between his loyalty to his employer and the desperate need to improve his own life. The weight of his decision bore heavily on him, but the lure of money was too strong to resist. On the fateful night, Mahmoud allowed Demetrius into the apartment while Monsieur Beaumont was sleeping. The quiet of the night was broken by the stealthy movements of the intruder as he made his way through the darkened rooms. Demetrius, using a chloroform-soaked cloth, subdued the unsuspecting victim. The potent fumes quickly rendered Monsieur Beaumont unconscious. With cold precision, Demetrius then injected him with a lethal dose of poison, ensuring that there would be no chance of survival. Mahmoud, horrified by what he had witnessed, panicked and fled the scene. The reality of his actions hit him like a tidal wave, and the fear of being caught consumed him. He ran through the dark streets of Cairo, his mind racing with thoughts of regret and terror. The once quiet servant was now a man haunted by his own choices, forever marked by the crime he had helped commit.